Harriett Tubman started off as a slave to their owner Edward Brodus in 1849. He had to sell a couple of slaves because he was in debt. Harriet and her brother were being rumored about being the ones sold, so Harriet prayed to God for their owner to die. A week later, their owner did die, and Harriet felt sorrow and remorse. She decided that she did not want to be sold to the South, so she decided she was going to try and escape. She hired a few people to help her make an underground railroad. She was going to escape with her brothers and a couple more people, but her brothers decided to stay. She traveled at night so that she would not be seen by the slave catchers.
Influence in the Civil War was helped people.
Well, Harriet Tubman was definitely a big contributor pre-Civil War when she was helping hundreds of African slaves escape to the north. I do know for a fact that she was a member of the Union military during the war. She participated, I believe, in the Carolina operations, where Union soldiers would land basically on the shores of the Carolinas, and they would go to plantations and basically just free any slaves that they came across. I know that many African Americans, like Tubman, did participate as spies because, well, they could blend into a Confederate South. Other than that, I'm not entirely sure what else Tubman did during the war. I know she did work as a spy, though, during the war.
And then a weird question, but if you were Harriet Tubman, is there anything different that you would have done to help out, or what would you have done?
Definitely would have gone more to the newspapers. The New York Times was everywhere back then, even in 1855.
Well, it was hard for her too because
it was hard for her too. But, well, she was black.
Yeah.
She was black, and even in the relatively
and she was wanted.
And she was wanted, and even in the relatively free North, African Americans were still considered second-class citizens, even in the free North. So it would have been very difficult. She ended up. What's really interesting is after the war, she continued to fight for black rights, but she actually fought for women's rights. She actually knew Susan B. Anthony by name and helped push for women's voting. So.